Why, hello everyone. I'm Chef James McInnes and welcome to my kitchen. Today, I'm on the other side of the counter and I'm sitting down. What could this be? Well, let's not be silly. We all know why we're here. I bought a big new knife block set from Dalstrong and we're gonna unbox it. I'm gonna show you how this thing comes packaged. It's huge. I'm not even sure I can do this sitting down. I might have to put the camera up real high and aim down on us, but let's get into this thing. So this is the box. Pictures of all the knives, like drawn on it, picture of the block set. Open this up. Like it barely fits. The box has a hard time closing. On the very top, we've got a little catalog of other products and a little comical card that says stuff like, you know, do not lend to FNGs on the line. If you know, you know. Do give as gifts to your sous chefs. This up, and this is the box that all the knives come in. So we'll take a look through that in a second. Let's just deal with everything that's in this box first. We've got the block set. We got the block, and it's just here. So it's got a spot for all your knives. It's got some rubber feet, so it's not going to slide around. It appears that these holes go all the way down, so if your knife happens to go in wet, then it'll drain. There's a silica packet in here to plug that hole, moisture, that's what these suck up. And I'm going to reposition us to actually open up the box and look at the knives. Truth be told, this is not my first time opening it. That's why there was no cling wrap on the block or around this. They were both saran wrapped, and those pages might have even been in here. We've had this open on the counter for about 3 weeks now. I just want to be able to, we wanted to get into it right away and start using them because this was an upgrade for us for some of our old knives. But I wanted you to see the amount of effort and detail they go into for the packaging. And I want you to know, this isn't sponsored, they didn't send this to me. We bought this with our own money. It's not like I'm telling you to run out and buy these specific ones, but this was on sale for Amazon. We bought it for $380 Canadian. And I feel like it's an exceptional value at that price. And really, we bought it for the 6 steak knives. Our steak knives were probably 15 years old now. And my wife bought them before we got married. They were a painted Victorinox set. It was chipping, no good. So their steak knife set was, I want to say it was like $100 for 4 steak knives or $200 for 8. This comes with 6, and it is definitely, I think, worth the price when you consider everything that comes with it. I have a few of these knives I bought individually already. So I took my doubles to the restaurant. They're all packed like this in this velvety foam. There's 2 pieces here that sandwich the blade, which these are extremely sharp. Now I know they're brand new. They are extremely sharp. And the difference between this and the older ones that I reviewed, the older ones have a pack-a-wood handle. These have some kind of composite. They're all NSF certified, so you can bring these into a commercial environment. Not to say you can't bring the other ones into a commercial environment, like I brought all my old ones to work, but these ones are certified that they'll stay bacteria clean. I think that's part of the NSF certification. So they're all packed like this. So I'm going to load up the knife block with a turning knife, paring knife, and then we have 6 steak knives. And they all have this plastic tip guard. The thing about these steak knives too, they're not serrated. So I'm like, wow, I've never had straight edge steak knives before. What does that mean? Well, it means that it's going to slice, not saw any meat. So it's going to help retain juices in the meat. But you're cutting on glass, your plates. So these are going to have to be sharpened more often. But that also means you can sharpen them because they are straight edged. So we've got 6 of these. Okay. And it also comes with their trademark shirt pin, but this one's extra heavy with a magnet on it. I think they want you to put this on your fridge. Oh, and if memory serves me right, I've lost them, but I think there were 2 window decals for your cars. Now they do have these silica packages in every layer. The next layer has a honing rod. And then we're getting into some of the big knives now. Nakiri. So I already have 2 Nakiris because of a warranty. My first one had a chip here and it would never hold an edge, and I emailed them and said, I don't think it was made right. I don't think it had a proper heat treat. It doesn't hold an edge. I'm always having to sharpen it and it chipped. So they sent me one. So I took my 2 spare Nakiris to work. There's a utility knife that comes in both straight edged and serrated. There's also a kiritsuke. And this is the first kiritsuke that I've ever had. I did a little bit of Googling on kiritsuke. I watched some videos. Apparently, in your fancy Japanese restaurants, only the head chef is allowed to use a kiritsuke. Moving into the last layer with another silica pack. 8-inch chef's knife. So I have the 6, now I have the 8, and I also have their 10-inch chef knife. So I have all the chef's knives out of the Gladiator series set. I took the 10 to the restaurant. I left the 6 here because I do like that small knife for some things. A sentoku. Took my other one to the restaurant, obviously. And then that leaves us with a carving knife. A bread knife. And a boning knife. And I was probably going to just order the boning knife on its own and the steak knives. But I think the boning knife is something like $60 or $70 Canadian. And like I said, the steak knives for the 4 set are like $100. So that's $170 there. And you're almost halfway to the block set at that point. And you know, my wife still had her Victorinox set, like I said, but it was like that. I don't know if you've seen it. If I can find a picture, I'll put it up here, of that painted set that has a mini sentoku and a mini cheese knife, and they're all painted. And it's, you know, the paint was coming off on them, and it just wasn't working that well. So, anyways, I feel like for 380 Canadian, I'm not sure what that is US, you know, this is a fairly good set. I mean, I've been using these Dalstrong knives around the house and at the restaurant. I would bring them to work sometimes if I knew if I was going to be doing a lot of prep. So, you know, I got no complaints with them over the last 4 or 5 years of using them. And I don't think I'm going to have any complaints over this. And if I do, I've already been through the warranty process. It's pretty straightforward. I just emailed their customer service and sent a picture, and they mailed me out a new one. I mean, who knows? Maybe my channel gets big. I get some sponsorships, and I can compare these to other knives. But I won't be going out of my way buying other sets just to do comparison videos. But right now, I'm happy with these. You've seen Dalstrong products in my videos for a while now, and even I've got no complaints, and this is going to have a proud spot sitting in our kitchen now. The only problem I would say with this, the measurements on their website, on the Amazon listing too, are just way off. I think it said, because this is clearly like 15 inches big, I want to say it said like 7 centimeters or something. So I was expecting it to be like small and everything just being like jam-packed, like tight on each other. I wasn't even sure how it was gonna, I guess it has to be this big, right? But the measurements don't make sense on their website because they also have the side profile as like a 2-inch measurement, and I'm thinking, anyways, I'll put the picture up here. You can draw your own conclusions. But other than that, this is something that we really enjoy, and it's cleaned up our kitchen drawer. We were able to get rid of a lot of stuff out of our drawer. So I also took, to supplement the few Dalstrong knives that I had, I still had my student set here. And I took my student set of Measuremeister knives to the restaurant, and I loaded them up in our basement kitchen. Okay, well, there you have an unboxing of these knives. You can see the high quality packing materials that they use. They really spare no expense, making you think that you bought a high-end set, considering that this set is a fraction the price. Like if you buy one Llewellyn knife like this, you could spend as much on that one Llewellyn knife as you would, or Woolstoff, as you would on this entire set. Just based off of my experience over the last few years with these, they hold up well. You're gonna need to sharpen them. Probably, like I sharpened mine on an electric whetstone, which is not what they recommend. They recommend a traditional whetstone. I use an electric whetstone, and I sharpen them maybe twice a year. I do use the steel every time I take them out though, whether I show it on camera or not. And if you're looking to like go to school or something, I feel like this would be a great value. They don't come with any guards or plastic cases individually, so I would buy this set if I were going to school. I would buy a roll bag, and then I would look for some cheap covers, and that's what I would do. So if you found this review helpful or not, just leave some comments down below. Let me know what knife sets you have, what experience you have. Maybe you have a Dalstrong set and you like it or hate it. Let's let everybody know. And like I said, this isn't sponsored. I don't have any Amazon affiliate links down below. There's nothing for you to click below here that's going to lead you to buying this. If you want it, go on Google, type in Dalstrong, go to Amazon. You can find it on your own. Thanks for spending some time with me, and I'll see you next week in my kitchen. I've been Chef James McInnes.